Tomorrow is primary election day, and dozens of candidates will be narrowed down.
Aaron Stuvey has more with what's on the ballot.
The primary election has arrived, and it's time to narrow down the pool of candidates that will make it to the November final ballot. Most of what's on the primary ballot are statewide races. There are 15 candidates running for senator, 14 running for governor, 5 for the 1st congressional district, and a line of races that are narrowing from 3 candidates to 2, such as Secretary of State and Attorney General. But there are some local races on the ballot as well, depending on your area. The Mankato mayoral race will narrow from 3 candidates to 2, and residents of Sibley County will whittle down their 4 candidates for county commissioner. Over in Blue Earth, the school district is seeking more than $63 million for a new elementary school, and an extra $10 million for an activity space at that school and HVAC upgrades to the high school. Early voting for those elections began July 24th, and the Blue Earth County Elections Office has already gotten hundreds of early ballots, and they expect voter turnout to be around 20% of registered voters. While that turnout is relatively small, it is on par with most primary elections, and early voting for November's election will begin in late September.
It'll take us a few days to actually certify the results of that election, and then they get certified at the state level as well. And then in a matter of weeks, we'll be producing and mailing out thousands of ballots again for the November election. So it kind of just feeds right into that, and then we will be ready to help voters vote in that November election.
Aaron Stuvey, KEYC News Now.
One change for Mankato's primaries: those who usually vote at the Blue Earth County Library will have a different polling place tomorrow due to construction on the Veterans Memorial Bridge. We have a link to help you find your polling place under this story on KUIC.com.